All right, guys, welcome back. I want to update you on Target's new policy going into effect next Friday, but don't be surprised if you see it this Friday. And the policy basically is one per person, period. So that means either one sport or one Pokemon of one product per person, period. And also, they specifically stated in the article if people are camping out overnight, they will be denied a purchase. So if you have a tent or you're staying out overnight and they know you're there, they will deny you. I don't know what time they're going to expect you to be able to show up in a parking lot or, start to kind of stake your claim to a spot. I'm not sure how that's going to work. You might have to feel it out. They may not like it if you're there at 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning anymore. I don't know how they're keeping track of that, but I know darn well if you got a tent, you are definitely not going to be able to buy any cards. So no tents, no camping out overnight anymore, and one product per person is all you're going to get. Now, this is going to make, to me, more people show up knowing that they have an opportunity to get something. And most release drops, let's say there's anywhere from 25 to 50 items based on fat packs, blasters, hangers. There could be 100 items. And that means 100 people can get something of some sort, a decency at a retail price, which is great. But I still think one's a little tight. I would rather see them do maybe one per barcode up to 3 items. I think that would be very fair. I think they're going to run into a very quick problem to realize, hey, it's going to take us 3 hours of our staff's time to sell all this product to all these people online. Because they're going to keep coming in for a while. That's just what it's going to be. So it's going to be very interesting. Let me know if y'all are out there doing that and still going to the Targets for that Friday giveaway, that Friday release. This is kind of Target's fault for doing it this way. They said we're going to do it at 8 o'clock on Friday. They created this Black Friday, every Friday mentality for cards, which is at, probably its all time peak. So at the end of the day, they did kind of bring this on themselves, and I'm not sure why their group of people didn't maybe poll some people or get some real information other than just talking about it from what they're hearing and moving from that and trying to come up with a solution. There's other ways they can do it. Going down to one per person, I still think they're going to obviously end up with complaints, because let's say, this woman's going to come in there and she's going to want to buy 2 boxes because she's got 2 kids, and they're going to be like, sorry, you can only have one. And then at that point, she's like, well, I guess I got to bring my kids. So then you're going to have that situation going on. You're going to have people inviting their friends, bringing their family, people that are being paid in groups. They're going to go places in groups, and that's the next wave. This is what you're going to see, and just going to be curious of how it goes. Next thing is, like, what do they do with leftover product? Let's say you're at a store that maybe they don't sell all 60 items that are decent to purchase. Do they just go live on the shelf the next day, or is it still one per person per day? That's the next question that'll come up in my mind. And the no camping out thing, that they needed to do that anyway. I figured they would have had some type of loitering cause or something like that put in place to where you just can't stay overnight. That's too much. That's not necessary, and it was scaring some of the staff, and it's not safe. We don't need to be doing that. So I'm glad they've put that in place and made that a point. And you'll probably see a sign going up if you're at a Target tomorrow, or you're going to have a manager talk to you and let you know the situation, how it's going to go down. So more information will come out. If y'all go to one and they say anything to you, comment below. Let me know what they say. I'm really curious to how this goes. Walmarts are starting to lock their self up also. They're either getting special cases brought in, they're keeping stuff in electronics, the smoking aisle. They're starting to have a timed release day also. So they're following the same suit as Target at the end of the day because they're learning from each other because it's something that they're trying to control because it's gotten out of control. And you have people on the back end, employees, vendors, people pretending to be vendors, coming into stores and creating a dangerous environment at the end of the day. So I completely understand that, and I get it, and it makes sense. And they have to do something at this point. But let me know what you think. Are you going out to Target this week? Are you going to go out next week if that's the new rules and it's implemented? Are you going to go out and say, hey, I have an opportunity to finally get something. I'm going to go wait in line if you have the time um, at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Friday, based on where you are in line. Like I said, I don't know how early they're going to allow you to get there. And I don't know if somebody's going to say something to you right away. I'm sure everywhere is going to be a little different, but they're trying to really lock this in, and they're holding all these places accountable. And if you go to a store and you get more than one, let me know. I'm just curious. At this point, we're trying to figure out what they're doing and, what it'll end up being. So, I'm just curious what y'all think about this. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Does it upset you? Does it make you happy? Um, at the end of the day, the goal is to try and stop the flipper. But at the same time, they're kind of putting a pause on the collector too, because as a collector, getting one of something and only one does make it a little tough to still waste your time. And they want you to think that too. They're like, oh, they're not going to waste their time. Well, nope, they're going to waste their time and wait till school is out and summer's going. If this is still going on, you're going to have a very large line of teenagers. And it's going to get really interesting at that point. So I prefer them to do random drops throughout a week for product based on when they get it in, or do some type of a lottery system to where you get, put into it and it randomizes and you basically call it off of that. Kind of like they did with the virtual lines, since they get your phone number and they basically let you know where you are in a queue, and then let you know when it's your turn. So we'll see. We'll see. But if y'all got any other ideas, let me know. And again, like, subscribe, leave a comment. And I hope you all have a good weekend. Take care, guys.